Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel.
Jimmy and Kim. I'm Vicente Torres.
The name of our project is called Homeless Neighbors. And we're representing the AT&T marketing department, and we're going to be partnering up with Miracle Messages. And this gentleman's his name is Perry. He was homeless for 19 years. Throughout these 19 years, he had a family members that were looking for him, and he just simply could not find them. What Miracle Messages did for him, they found him, they recorded a short message video. And then we'll actually see that video here shortly in a minute. And then after they record that video, they post it online, Facebook, Instagram, different social medias with the help of volunteers. And then they were able to get a hold of his son. His son was actually looking for him, but he couldn't find him. And then his son recorded a message back to him. And then they set up a meeting, and they were finally reunited.
Now, looking at the numbers for the homeless population in the state of Texas, you can really understand the gravity of the situation that we're going through. Since last year, there has been a 7.5 increase in the homeless population in Texas, and in the city of Dallas alone, there has been a 9% increase. Meaning last year, in 2018, there were about 3,900 there were about 3,900 people that were living in the streets, and now there are about 4,100. And of those homeless people, 17% of them are in Dallas. And that doesn't even account for the number of unsheltered people living in Dallas as well. Since then, the people who are unsheltered without a home, who can't sleep anywhere except for the streets, that has increased 23%. And of those people, 54.4 of them have been living in the streets for over a year without shelter at all. Now, we can find different ways to tackle the homeless population. There are many different causes and effects, such as someone losing their job, which leads to poverty, causing them to lose their house and live on the streets, or it could be for a number of reasons, such as abusing drugs and alcohol, and losing their family members as well. But no matter what happens to these homeless people, no matter what they did in the past or what they do to deserve to be on the streets, we all can agree that we have a moral obligation to help these people, and that is what our message is.
Thank you. So now I will talk to you about our problem and purpose. So our problem is that we all know there are a lot of homeless people in the world. A lot of them are homeless due to many reasons that Joseph listed and others. Now, we hope to bring a lot of the homeless people and try to reunite them with their loved ones in order to introduce them back into society. So in order to do this, we will show also a short video in the next slide about how Perry, as Daniel mentioned, how he was able to reunite with his son through the help of Miracle Messages.
Messages help homeless people record short video messages to their long-lost loved ones, and then tries to deliver those videos on social media using the help of volunteers. What would you say to Joseph and Elijah? Son Joseph, were able to find him. He recorded a video back to his dad. A lot of these individuals have families. They have people that love them. There's somebody. We often forget that. Barry, you ready for this? Okay, great. I'm going to text Joseph right now.
Now in the video, you were able to see how Perry was about to reunite with his son. Now through the help of Miracle Messages, he was able to do this, and they have a process that we kind of want to replicate over here in the Dallas area to help our homeless people over here reunite with their loved ones. Now in order to do this, we're going to talk about a bit about our main partner, which is Miracle Messages. So Miracle Messages is a non-profit organization that is solely based in California. And they have been reuniting family members with their loved ones, homeless people with their loved ones for over 4 years. So they have sent over 1,000 messages and recorded them, and they have reunited about over 250 homeless people with their loved ones. Now out of these 250 reunions, they have had an 80% positive feedback with them, in which the homeless person and the loved one were excited to reunite back together. Now our plan for this is to replicate what Miracle Message does here in Dallas area and reunite about 100 homeless people. Now we will first do this by looking for homeless people that would like to participate in the program and allow them to record a short audio, video, or text message to loved ones. Then, with the help of our volunteers from Miracle Messages, they will upload the video or message online and social media and try to reach out to their loved ones. And if by any chance the loved one is able to connect back with us, we will try to set up a meeting in order for them to reunite. So this is where the reunification process happens. But before we get them to reunite with the families, we would like to basically clean them up and transform them back to how they were before they were homeless. So for our timeline, we have 4 phases. Our first phase will start at the end of November, which is the process. During the process, we will look for homeless people to participate in the program and record a short message to their loved ones. Then during phase 2, we'll distribute those messages at the beginning of December. And during phase 3, we would arrange meetings only if the loved one does connect back with us and wants to reunite with them. Now in between phase 3 and phase 4, we will basically transform them, and by that I mean that we will provide them with proper grooming and hygiene, which will be provided by the Texas Barber College students that they will volunteer to do that. And we will also give them a meal, so more meals the night before they reunite with a set of new clothes, and also a place to stay. And phase 4 will also begin in the middle of December, such as phase 3, and will last to like the end of December, in which we hope to reunite a couple of family members with their loved ones. So these 4 phases will also occur throughout the 4 months, so they will all occur at different times, just depending on how it goes. So now Daniel will talk about AT&T.
So why are we in AT&T so interested in helping homeless people? Well, AT&T is a leader in telecommunications. AT&T prides itself in helping people reach out to their loved ones, and I couldn't think of a better project for us than for AT&T to help people on the streets find their loved ones. Something Joseph mentioned, it was that before we reunite the homeless person with their families, we're gonna make sure that they get a nice new set of clothes and a nice shower before the meetup, and also a haircut. We'll be out on the streets and we see a homeless person. Unfortunately, they're dirty and they don't look the best, so it may be a little harder for the families to bring them back into their homes. But after we get them and we give them a new set of clothes, a nice haircut, they'll look 100 times better. And this gentleman is a perfect example. You can tell it's the same person, but they look 100 times. The gentleman on the left looks 100 times better compared to the gentleman on the right. And it's just the nature of being homeless. You don't look your best, and your family may not be so welcoming. But after giving you new clothes and a haircut, you look much better. So our end goal is to reintroduce these homeless persons to their families and reintroduce them to society. We don't just want to give them nice food and nice clothes and our haircut. We want to make sure they get back with their families and they're able to get a new job and just simply go back to their lives before they ease them.
Now we'll talk to you more about our budget. So for the first expense, we have $30,000 for office space. In the office space, we will have our volunteers from Miracle Messages upload, edit, and distribute the messages to the loved ones and upload them to social media. While at the same time, they will also try to connect with them and see if the loved ones would like to reunite with their lost loved ones. Then we have $10,000 for clothes. So we pictured to have like $100 per homeless person for a set of new clothes, which came out to be a total of $10,000 since we are trying to do 100 homeless people during the 4-month program. We also have $4,000 for hotel rooms. So for the hotel rooms, this is where they would stay at, and we have partnered with Motel 6 to provide them with a room to stay at the night before, and they have offered to give us a 40% discount on every room we rent. So also for the hotel rooms, since business will be going on, we will reserve the rooms prior to us being there the night before, but this would only be if the loved one does really truly want to reunite back with their lost loved one. Then we have $2,000 for meals to provide them with a warm meal the night before so they can be healthy and ready to go for the next day. So our total budget comes out to be $46,000, in which AT&T will cover half of the cost. Well, we are asking the Dallas Chamber of Commerce for $23,000. So in conclusion, homeless people are our neighbors too. We just don't acknowledge them as we should because of the way they look, smell, or act. Simple messages go a long way. So as you saw in the video, Harry was able to record a short message to his son and daughter and was able to reunite back with them. And the last thing we want to leave you out with is that homeless people aren't a problem to be loved, but they are people to be loved. This hits hard to all of us here at AT&T and Miracle Messages because they are human beings also. They are not just trash that's around in the streets. They are people just like each one of us that just wants to be loved. Thank you. That's it.
Do you have any questions? Any questions?
Thank you.